Hi, it's Sober1975 and welcome to Elite Dangerous on the Xbox One. And today I've got a unicorn sighting, a member of IED trying to stop me BGSing in IED space. That has been such a rarity this last week or so. And it's Paul of War himself, the Chief of Police, the $500 million man, has come to attack my little asp in his annoying Mamba. Which is basically pulses and missile racks. One of those Mambas. The Mambas that forced me out of my little fun Cobra. Because they're death on a stick to any armor builds because of their scramble spectrum and phasing. Emissive rounds. But Paul of War trying to defend his systems. Now Paul got a little unlucky because he didn't know that Nightfall Saul of NTFS is just coming over to my carrier so we can have a 1v1. We were having a 1v1 because we were so bored at the lack of action in IED space, we had to arrange a 1v1. Now I was really nice to Paul in recent videos where I said that he sees himself as Judge Dredd, I am the law, and now I'm going to show you how we see Paul at War.
I'm a cop and you will respect my authority!
So, my first engagement with Paul of War in this little scenario is just basically me trying to get Nightfall Saul in the party. Now, if you didn't know, this tip is a really good tip, but if you're having trouble winging up with someone, get them to message you, and then you can accept the wing invite that you can't see through the message that you can see. It's a little bit weird, but basically, yeah, I'm not getting the invite from him. He's not getting the invite from me. So I say to him, just message over, and as you can see, I click on the message and then I can suddenly get the invite that I couldn't see and join through that way. It didn't work the first time, but it did work the second time. Meanwhile, I jump out because, as you can see, while I've been messing around trying to get people into party, my shields have been taking a battering. But it's all good because I think Paul's surprised at this point that my ship's not had its shields broken. I sit by the sun here, get Nightfall into party and just hold, because I know Paul at War is going to chase me over here. I have no qualms about that. I want him to, so I can get Nightfall in to attack him. Because I'm not going to be fighting Paul at War in an Acid Exploder versus his Mamba, as much as he wants me to. At this point, I'm going to do everything I can to stop him killing my little asp. I mean, I made my ass to be tough and durable and survive a gank. I didn't make it tough and durable enough to actually win fights against Mambas. So anyway, Nightfall pops into the sun behind him, we get Paul, and Nightfall interdicts him. At this point I should have just gone back to my carrier, but I couldn't resist dropping him and having a little pop at Paul at War. And also it keeps Paul at War in the instance because obviously there appears to be a very easy kill on offer with an Asp Exploder sat there, rolling around very slowly, shooting at you. But I like my weapon loadout on my Asp Exploder. It's a lot of Enforcer cannons. It makes an awesome noise in here when I'm firing them all. But it is a fun ship. It's not a combat ship. As you can see, I pop some heat sinks just to stop him getting missile lock on me. But as soon as he's able to get missile lock on me and I run out of stuff to defend myself from missile lock, is when I choose to jump out. I think I jump out as my shields are just about ghosting, which gave Nightfall Saul, I thought, a really decent amount of time to get the kill on Paul at War. But Nightfall, well, I don't know exactly what happened from the point I left, but I then got back to the system that my carrier's in and I started to dawdle. I was keeping an eye on the star and I thought, well, no one's dropping in behind me, so, as long as no one's dropping in behind me, I've got all day to get back to my carrier, get docked, switch to my FDL and get back out and switch it around and now hunt a bit of Paul at War. So as you can see, I'm dawdling. I'm not exactly going as fast as I can back to my carrier. Let my shields recharge a bit, chilling out, chatting to Nightfall and Scrub, who are now chased out Paul at War and are now trying to track him down and hunt him themselves. Paul probably is quite safe from them because his Mamba's a bit slower than most, but it's still a Mamba. It's still pretty damn fast. And I must admit, at this point, I thought, well, danger averted. I'm about to get into a combat ship. Probably still have my 1v1 with Nightfall, unless Paul turns back up and then we'll both shoot at him. But I'm just chilling out, relaxing. It's all good. My little asp has done its job. Remained reasonably hard to kill. You know, this little asp is a tough little cookie, and I'm really glad that I built it the way I did. In fact, I've just upgraded it with the Guardian module reinforcement and the Guardian shield reinforcement for more funsies. So it's pretty solid for a little asp. This is one asp that doesn't explode that often. But I must admit, I should have probably steamed back to my carrier as fast as possible to grab a different ship to come back out. But as you can see, I'm not in any danger because there's no one in Super Cruise. So, you know, why would I worry about it? You know, there's no one around. You know, there's no way Pool of War will be sat waiting for me at the carrier, unless of course we got really unlucky and he de-instanced from me in Super Cruise and I re-instanced it to him when I got back into my carrier. I mean, that would be really, really unfortunate and unlucky, especially as Nightfall and Scrub have ended up going to a different system to look for him. You know, but that would just be mean on me, really. I mean, I've done pretty much everything right up until this point in terms of escape and evasion. I only took my eye off the ball, chilling out and relaxing instead of steaming back to safety. But you know, I should have remembered one of my rules about don't talk shit until you're safe. But anyway, so I'm dropping back down at the carrier any moment, and like I say, there's no one in Super Cruise. There's no way, you know, anyone has dropped in and got back to my carrier before me, apart from, of course, Paul at War, who has somehow managed that. So now I'm back at my carrier with Paul at War attacking me, you know, in close proximity to my carrier. I don't know how this happened because, you say, there's just no way he should have re-instanced at my carrier like he did. I did ask Scrub Killer what to do, and Scrub Killer gave me some very sound advice. I then looked for a second opinion because his advice, while good, was definitely evil, and Nightfall was of the same opinion. So I elected to go with their advice, you know, which was switch crimes on, bait Paul back to my carrier, and kill him.
Get into the ship, you like a cunt. I mean, like a good person. And just kite him back to the carrier.
Is he getting eaten by the carrier?
We will do in a second. Wait a second.
Target shields offline.
Oh, he died?
Minimum safe distance at all times, Commander.
Dude, for that.